Nelson Mandela, 1918 to 2013. Nelson Mandela was a political leader and anti-apartheid activist in South Africa and the country's first black president after the end of apartheid. Born in the village of Motivational in 1918, he joined the anti-apartheid movement as a young man. He spent 27 years in prison for his struggle for freedom and equality, and became a global symbol of resilience and reconciliation. After his release in 1990, Mandela led his country toward democracy and established a policy of forgiveness and peace. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 and left a lasting legacy of human values that include tolerance, justice, and equality. Mandela is considered one of the most prominent figures of the 20th century and a symbol of hope and change. It always seems impossible until it's done. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I never lose. I either win or learn. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is inspiring others to move beyond it. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. That's why it's such a powerful weapon. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Live life as though nobody is watching and express yourself as though everyone is listening. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. You can start changing our world for the better daily, no matter how small the action. We must use time wisely and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity, it is an act of justice. Freedom is not given to you on a silver platter, you have to fight for it. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. Action without vision is only passing time. Vision without action is merely daydreaming, but vision with action can change the world. A fundamental concern for others in our individual and community lives would go a long way in making the world the better place we so passionately dream of. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. When people are determined they can overcome anything, I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is in the character of growth that we should learn from both pleasant and unpleasant experiences. Money won't create success. The freedom to make it will. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. I dream of an Africa which is at peace with itself. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. Lead from the front, but don't leave your base behind. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. Freedom would be meaningless without security in the home and in the streets. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. We must never forget that it is through our collective efforts that we can achieve great things. Fools multiply when wise men are silent. I am the captain of my soul. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. While poverty persists, there is no true freedom. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. Peace is not just the absence of conflict. Peace is the creation of an environment where all can thrive. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. A society that does not value its youth does not deserve its future. When people are determined, they can overcome anything.